Last time on IDW Sonic the Hedgehog, the imposters attacked Dr. Starline, enacted his plan to overthrow Eggman and take his place, as well as have his creations, Surge and Kate, replace Sonic and Tails as the heroes of Sonic's world. This blew up in Starline's face magnificently as he received a massive beatdown at the hands of the Eggman, with his end coming as he was seemingly crushed under some rubble. I really do hope that's not truly the end of the good doctor, as he's been one of the more fun elements of the IDW comics. He really scratches that snively itch from back in the Archie days. Meanwhile, in Surge's battle against Sonic, where Sonic tried his best to dissuade her from her violent actions, Surge was undeterred and wished to take out her aggression on the world as well as Sonic. But during the course of their fight, Surge seemingly fell to her death. Kit was outmaneuvered by Tails, as Tails mostly tried to talk him down rather than fight. And thanks to Tails' quick thinking, he was able to essentially shut Kit down. Meanwhile, Belle has still been grappling with her sense of identity as a creation of Mr. Tinker, as well as the Eggman by proxy. Now with our heroes trapped in Eggman's city of Badnik, will they manage to escape alive after their ordeal? Join me as I find out, won't you? Like seriously, all things considered, a lot happened in issue 50. It was a stacked issue. Right, now issue 51. This isn't a bad cover, it's just kind of meh. Because it's just the characters on the cover. Not really doing anything impressive. Story by Ian Flynn. Art by, Adam Bryce Thomas. Nice. As well as Mauro Fonseca. Okay. Additional inks, Rick Mack. Color, Heather Beckler. Letters, Sean Lee. Editors, Raleigh Farmer and David Moriet. The story so far. Starline was defeated, crushed in front of Belle. Surge apparently fell to her death. Kid is incapacitated. Badnik's incoming. Let's check it out! The cast. Sonic the Hedgehog, the Blue Blur, fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. Miles Tails Prower, tech-savvy sidekick. High-flying genius. Belle the Tinkerer. Clumsy marionette. Enthusiastic newcomer. Kit Tsunami. Kit the Fennec. Sorrowful sidekick. High-flying hydromancer. He can make things wet. Dr. Eggman. Mad genius. Egg enthusiast. Oh my god. Metal Sonic. Loyal minion. Mechanical menace. He's a menace! Oh yeah, that's the name. I never can remember the name of this place. Eggpyreal City. God, that's a mouth garble. Alright, and we have Sonic carrying Belle, while Tails carries Kit as they rush away from the horde of badniks, with Sonic saying, I don't know about you guys, but I'm about funned out for the day. Sonic notices something as he speeds along. He then tosses Belle down a corridor, saying, this way! And once Tails and Kit are out of the way, Sonic stands between the badniks and the corridor. As he says, just a sec. He goes into a spin dash, forming a whirlwind, blasting back the badniks. He then goes racing towards Belle, saying, gotcha! And before Belle can hit the ground, she says, I'm very ready for this night to be over, Sonic. Belle is then caught by Sonic, who says, I hear you, Belle. Let's hide out over there. They duck under some scaffolding? I'm not really sure. Yeah, it looks like some kind of weird mechanism. Belle and Tails then examine Kit, with Belle saying, he's very still. Is he? Tails notes, he's just unconscious. Sonic peeks around the corner saying, looks like we're good for now. So can we take a sec to figure out what is up with tonight? Belle explains, I think it's all Dr. Starline's fault. From what I've pieced together, he attacked the city with a couple of enforcers named Surge and Kit Tsunami. He summoned all the badniks here to get your attention and raise an army. Then Eggman fought back and, well, I saw it myself. Dr. Starline is no more. Sonic, tactful as ever, says, big oof. Which Of course, because it's a meme, of course people were up in arms about it, but I feel like so many people are blowing it out of proportion. Like, Sonic's been so about saving people and helping others. How can he be so dismissive about Starline's death? It's just like, well, first of all, what is he supposed to really say? Starline brought all of this on himself. I mean, yeah, you could be like, oh, Sonic could have made sure that Eggman as Tinker was locked away or yada yada yada, but Sonic, as Ian Flynn has been making sure to write him, is a big proponent of freedom, which, I mean, Sonic's never locked away Eggman in the games either, so that's the thing, so the explanation is just Sonic is a big proponent of freedom. He doesn't like the idea of caging someone, especially when they have the potential to do good, which is what the Tinkerer was doing. Yeah, he probably feels like it was a mistake on his part not making sure that Eggman couldn't be brought back to his evil ways, but I mean, that's just a flaw of Sonic. You could say that's a flaw of the writing, you could say that's a flaw of Sonic. But in terms of Dr. Starlight, it's just like, yeah, he probably doesn't, but he didn't care for the guy. And Starlight has been the source of just a lot of problems, all in a effort to be a better Eggman. So it's just like he literally brought this on himself by essentially kicking the hornet's nest by going after Eggman. So I read his reaction more like a, well, dang, that's what happens when you play with fire. Alright, continuing on, because that whole discourse is so silly. Tails examines Kit's hydro pack and explains to Sonic, I was ambushed by Kit. He fell unconscious when I disabled his water pack. Whatever Starline did to him, he's been deeply traumatized. Sonic adds, same with Surge. She jumped me, we fought, and then I saw her get crushed under a ton of junk. There's no coming back from that. Except deep in the bowels of the city, where the trash is compacted, one bit of trash rises. Because, well, Surge can pretty much heal from anything. That's essentially how Starline made her and Kit. So Surge pulls herself out of the trash and manages to get off the conveyor belt before she can be compacted. And as she lies there amongst the rubble, definitely in a lot of pain, she says to herself, okay, first, recover from near losing experience. Second, get an edge. Find more power. Something. Third, grind that blue scumbag into the dirt. She is not deterred. Meanwhile, with Sonic and the gang, he questions Belle, asking, as much as I appreciate some straight answers, how do you know all of this? Belle gingerly answers, oh, I ended up downloading some data when I interfaced with Metal Sonic. Tails questions her, if you connected to him, do you think you can access the Eggnet and find us a city map or something? Belle processes for a moment and says, I'll try. She manages to get a bit of a readout, up here in that old cranium of hers, and says, I can't connect, but I do have a record of a hangar in the next district over. We could grab a shuttle there. Tails is nervous about this though, saying, I don't know. I could hotwire and fly it, I'm sure. But getting from here to there with all the badniks? But Sonic says confidently, no sweat, Tails. I'll keep them distracted while you three skedaddle. Just swing by and pick me up on the way out. But Tails isn't so sure, saying, Sonic, that's a lot of badniks out there. Easily 10 times what we normally face, if not more. But Sonic explains, yeah, but you're the only one who can get the shuttle going. Plus, somebody has to carry Sleepy Boy over there, pointing to Kit. Tails responds, I guess. I just wish you could have backup. Sonic looks at Belle and says, Belle could probably do it. Well, could probably do both, but she's not a fighter. She'll need a protective escort. Obviously, a little sad that she can only provide so much assistance. Belle says, yeah, sorry. But Sonic dismisses this feeling of apprehension and says, don't be. This world needs all types, See, that's the Sonic I love. He'll take you down if you come at him wrong. But if you're an ally and a friend, he'll try to build you up as best he can. Belle simply says, thanks, Sonic. As Sonic gets ready to race off and create a distraction, he says, so let's do it. As Tails gives him a thumbs up encouraging him by saying, "We won't keep you waiting." Sonic then goes racing off to the high point of one of the buildings, shouting out across the city saying, "Eggman! 6 bajillion badniks and not one of them can keep up? Boring." Meanwhile, in the main headquarters, Orbot explains to the Eggman, "Recon has spotted Sonic in the Blue District, boss." Eggman says dismissively, "I know, I can hear him from here." Orbot also explains, "No sign of Tails, Bell, or the invaders from earlier." Eggman realizes, so he's baiting me. And as Metal Sonic is already on his way out the door, Eggman stops him saying, "Hold on, Metal Sonic. Leave him to the Badnik Horde." Metal Sonic doesn't say anything, of course, but his feelings are palpable. His response to that is very palpable. Eggman, knowing Metal Sonic all too well, comes up, puts a hand on his shoulder, and explains, "He's planning a daring escape, so you're going to ruin his day. Track down the others and intercept as need be, and try to leave Belle intact if you can. She might prove useful to me in the long run." And Metal Sonic proceeds out the door with new orders. Meanwhile, Sonic, still in the same place as last time, says, "I know he's dealing with a lot today, but I'm starting to feel snubbed here." One of the communication bots comes flying up to Sonic, broadcasting Eggman's face, saying, My, you're standing still for one." Sonic says, "I can relax since it's so non-threatening around here, you know." But suddenly the building starts to collapse under Sonic, as Eggman says, "Don't get too comfortable, rodent. You're in my city, and I'll tear it down just to bury you in the rubble." And as Sonic falls towards the ground and the Badnik, Eggman says, "Don't worry, the fall won't end you. The sudden stop, however." But naturally, while in the falling building, Sonic manages to avoid a multitude of badniks, jumping, spin dashing, grinding. And the moment he hits the ground, he hits some badnik. Meanwhile, toward the hangar district, as Tails deals with some of the guards outside of the hangar, Belle hides behind a dumpster with Kid in her arms. But as Belle is passed over by some of the guards, while she still freaks out, they pass her by, and she just goes, "Huh?" Not remembering that they register her as an Eggman creation, so they don't go on the offensive. But Belle then shouts, "Tails, there's more!" Tails sees him coming and swats him away with his tails. And as they both rush into the hangar, Tails says, "Hurry, before more of them show up." Tails spots the flying contraption and looks at it with amazement, and as they enter the vehicle, Belle questions, "Can you get it flying?" Tails, fiddling around with the controls, says, "Yep, in a few more minutes it'll be smooth sailing," with neither of them noticing Metal Sonic outside of the ship lurking in the shadow. I didn't notice initially, but we've hit the end of where Adam Bryce Thomas was doing the artwork in the last few pages. So as Sonic dashes away from the badniks, Eggman gloats, saying, "Having fun yet?" Sonic manages to avoid one of the bot's big blasts and redirects it towards some other badnik, jumping out of harm's way, getting in the face of the communication bot, telling Eggman, "Oodles." But as more badniks come flying in, Sonic says, "Whoa," and as more and more explosions go off, Sonic tells Eggman, "It's been a fun jaunt down memory lane. I haven't bashed some of these models in a while." Sonic destroys badnik after badnik and tells Eggman, I've busted so many of them, it's hard to remember them all." Eggman screams, "You can't beat the odds forever." And Sonic simply says, "Watch me." And as he comes face to face with even more badniks, Eggman says, "I've been watching, and I see you're slowing down. Perhaps I'll fire up one of my mechs and join in on the fun." And as Sonic continues to avoid badniks, he thinks to himself, "Okay, that might be a bit much. Between running to the city and fighting Surge and all these bots, I'm running on empty." But Sonic sees a ship flying overhead and says, "And there's my ride." With Eggman saying, "Wrecking my stuff is one thing. Stealing it is adding insult to injury." And as Tails and Belle fly overhead, Belle questions, "Do you think he knows what to do?" Tails says, "Absolutely." And as the ship flies off, Sonic says, "I get it. Good thinking, buddy." But as Sonic races off, He doesn't notice Metal Sonic approaching as well. Sonic goes one way, Metal Sonic goes the other. Both of them scaling different sides of the same building, getting in position close under the airship. And as Belle opens one of the doors, Sonic jumps towards her and grabs her hand, being pulled in with the Eggman surveillance bot coming in as well. Sonic dusts himself off and says, "Did you call off the badniks, or did you just give up?" Eggman states, "I didn't want to rob Metal Sonic of his moment." Metal Sonic then comes rocketing towards the airship, energized, and comes crashing straight through it. The ship goes down, plummeting towards the horde of badniks, destroying several of them in the process. Eggman's surveillance bot is severely damaged, with the only thing you can hear over it is static and Eggman's cackling. Sonic pulls Belle out of the wreckage, saying, "Tails, Belle, you good?" Tails comes out of the rubble, obviously woozy, saying, "I'm vertical." Belle examines Sonic and sees that he's injured, stating, "I'm fine, but you're not." As Belle and Tails help Sonic to his feet, he says, "I'll walk it off. Emphasis on walk. How much further until we're clear?" Tails explains, "We didn't make it halfway to the city limits." And as they stand in the burning wreckage of their escape ship, Sonic states the obvious, well, that's a problem. It also looks like Kit might have, woke it up a little bit. Next time, trapped in enemy territory. Now, this was a fun enough issue, but the thing that was initially selling it was Adam Bryce Thomas's artwork. That was the thing that was really making it a standout. And not to knock Mario Fonseca, but once you got to his artwork, I started to feel a little bit of the fatigue. Well, their artwork, I'm not sure how they identify, but their artwork was okay. It just, you could feel the exhaustion of the situation by the time you get to the end of the issue. And knowing that there's still more to contend with, I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit like padding. Again, it's not terrible. It's a desperate situation, and now Sonic is injured. Like, there is a real palpable sense of tension with everything that has happened. It's just that the whole situation that they found themselves in is just not one that I'm just like, oh man, I love it. But the most interesting part of it was just Eggman's tactic, knowing, okay, they're trying to distract me. There's a moment that I'll need you to strike Metal Sonic. And that moment he struck, good on Eggman. That was a great plan. Because if Eggman can't take down Sonic specifically, take down what he cares about. Take down everything around him. Injure his friends. Take out the stuff that would support him. And the playing into Sonic's exhaustion that he's been running and fighting and battling and doing so much. Don't forget, he was woken up in the middle of the night, ran who knows how long ultimately, had a bit of a savage tussle and tangle with Surge, only to then battle a horde of badniks, and he was ready to be done. He let his guard down, and now he's injured. It's just an interesting kind of situation, all things considered. It's just that one I know if I want to just be in for 2 months. But we'll see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What else do you think could possibly go wrong? Or do you think they'll manage to escape next issue? And how will Surge manage to overcome Sonic? What power-up will she find? I'd love to hear from you, but also remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.